What if I told you there was a secret that guarantees you lose weight? I've been trying to get lean for the past 10 years, and every time I succeeded, I was unknowingly using this. I've done so many courses, watched thousands of YouTube videos. No one has ever explained this properly. This is so powerful. It's worked on my clients who then became personal trainers and used it on their clients. So in this video, I'm gonna cover what this secret is and how you can start using it to get ripped fast without wasting a second on any other bullshit. Now, before I tell you this, I need you to understand this first so you have realistic expectations and can actually stay doing this long term. So about 10 years ago, I bought a saxophone and I tried to learn it on my own. I figured out how to set it up, play a few keys, but I ended up giving it up and selling it like a failure. 5 years later, I ended up buying it again, but this time getting started was easier. Plus, I got a saxophone teacher who taught me so much more. I went from failing to playing for friends on their birthdays, jamming with my dad, and don't even get me started on all the ladies I was pulling in with this. I mean, it was actually just aunties saying, "Wow, super flute, you should play for church." You see, when it comes to losing weight, the harsh truth is, just like the saxophone, we are gonna fail, and sometimes over and over again. But this isn't a bad thing. It's actually good, because failing is part of the process. And in that process of failure, you get better skilled at things, but you can't see it. What I wish I knew earlier is that fat loss is a skill that's made up of 5 core skills which take time to develop. Maybe in your books, you need to fail 5 times so you keep sharpening those skills until you actually succeed. It's part of everyone's process. Michael Jordan got cut from his basketball team. It's just like they say, fall down 7 times and stand up 8. But technically, if I fall down 7 times, how will I get up 8 times unless you get the point. Don't mock me there. And now if you're finding what I'm saying is helpful, I guarantee I can help you lose 4.2 kilos of fat in the next month. All you need to do is let me email you the process on a daily basis. Now, failing is part of the process. But the thing is, we can actually eliminate it and completely speed things up drastically. I went from constantly starting, stopping to having insane discipline by just using this approach. And it's what got me results so quickly over the last 5 months. The problem is most people wait until everything's perfect, but that's exactly why they sadly never get anywhere. Because things will never be fucking perfect. So 5 months ago, I did a surgery and I couldn't train. I had 2 choices. One was to wait 3 months until things are perfect. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, I can actually lift weights properly. Or I just start right then. I'm so happy I started then, because if I had waited, I don't even know, maybe I'd get injured again and I had to wait a few more months. Maybe something work related could keep me busy and I just keep pushing it off over and over again. I realized there's no such thing as the perfect time except right now. Lifting weights was just one out of those 5 fat loss skills. I still had 4 others I could rely on. So my approach was to nail at least 3 out of 5 skills every day, rain or shine, and that's exactly how I got back fast every single time. I couldn't lift weights, but I already knew the best ways for me to get my steps in and what types of activities I could do to burn extra calories. And since I couldn't even sleep from the pain I had on my shoulder, I had insane cravings. And if I wanted to eat something sweet, I knew a 200-calorie donut would make me just as happy as a 400-calorie ice cream cone. And because of my experience, I knew what meals helped me hit my protein target, but also make weight loss feel not like a fucking diet. But most importantly, I've done this so many times, I knew exactly what time I should go for my bedtime wank so I can naturally start winding down my day, go to bed on time, and wake up feeling fresh tomorrow to nail all those other things again. And on the days I had no time to even walk, I just did a quick 20-minute leg workout at home, got my protein and stayed within my calories. Life is always lifing and things will never be perfect. Even after losing all that weight again, I put some back on because I got caught up in a binge cycle. But despite that, I kept doing at least 3 out of 5 things, which was my training, sleep, and my activity. After getting over the binge, I was doing 4 out of 5 of these things and I got ridiculously fast results. If anyone tells you that they're being lean forever, that's fucking bullshit, man. They're probably one of those psychopaths who cook people and eat them. And the same types of dudes who lick their fingers when they're turning a page on their phones. The only real secret to losing weight is to keep sharpening those fat loss skills and have at least 3 out of 5 of them running at all times. Because if you're lacking in 1 or 2 of them, there are 3 or 4 of them to keep you on your feet. And as long as you do this long term repeatedly, the axe gets sharper and the things you do get so much more effective. So each time you fall off track, you don't really go off track because these things are holding you in place. Even if you do the bare minimum in each of these 5 skills, you're guaranteed long-term success. It's simple, but not easy. And I promise you, this is what actually drives real results. Now, despite knowing this, you might still not get results if you're making the same stupid mistake which I was making. So if you know that you're going to fail and things are never going to be perfect, may I ask you something? Why are you overthinking everything and trying to be perfect? Yes, you. I'm talking to you. You. I'm sorry for calling you out, but I've been there and I've seen way too many people stay stuck forever because they overthink everything and never move. I started jiu-jitsu almost 5 years ago and I was just scrolling through my phone recently and I saw that I went to a jiu-jitsu gym once to inquire like 8 years ago. I sat there and just watched the class. And sadly, I didn't end up joining because I was a victim of paralysis by analysis. If I had just shut the fuck up and taken action, I would have been a black belt by now. And better yet, I wouldn't have to wait until I'm 25 years old to lose my virginity. And remember the thing about failing? I tried to start martial arts twice before, but I failed and gave up both times. It wasn't until the 3rd attempt that I finally stuck with it and saw results. Now that you're prepared to fail and you finally, hopefully get that things are never going to be perfect, forget chasing the goals for now. We're just focusing on hitting 3 out of 5 fat loss skills every day. And hopefully, here's what the next few months should actually look like for you if you pull through.